Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to the channel. As always, thanks for joining me. It's massively appreciated. Make sure you do all the good stuff. Get involved in the comments, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell, you'll never miss anything I do. But most of all, thank you for your view. Yeah, well, I'm back after a bit of a break. It's been my birthday, plus this video has been about a week in the making. Now I released a thumbnail on my community tab, and you may have noticed when you clicked on this video that the club logo has changed. I feel like I need to explain the process as to why and the choices I've made in this video, because it's been hard. These are quite easy normally. You might have seen the player ones. I've done ENDRICK, HAALAND and Jude Bellingham, and this is a team version. And I thought it'd be quite simple, but it's not. Now I went onto Steam and I saw that fmbase.co.uk have released a 15-tier English league system. It's amazing. Whoever's done this, fair play, hats off to you. I'm not taking my hat off, but you know what I mean, because it's a lot of hard work, right? It's brilliant. It's even got my actual hometown team in it, who playing like the 13th tier, Denton Town. I was going to use Denton Town originally, but then I downloaded the database, right? And it took forever to load up. And my computer's pretty good, but this is massive. You have to add players, or no one's got any players. And it gave me like 35,000 players over my recommended amount, and I've had big databases running on my Journeyman series and so on. Never had an issue. This is slow. I mean, your computer needs to be powered by NASA if you want it to run at a top level. So, you know, I thought, do you know what, I'll give it a go. They're a team of wonder kids. They'll fly out the leagues. I can switch off leagues as I go. Took 2 days to sim non-stop to get about 3 seasons done. I'm like, shit, right? And then when I was about 8 seasons into it, I realised I made a few mistakes, like work permits and a few other things, and it all went tits up. And I thought, I can't do that again. I can't. Now, I'm not saying this is bad. This database is great. Have a go of it. Trust me. But I can't use this database. So I had to make a choice, and I decided, because I'd read about them recently, to go to Scotland. I love Scotland. My granddad was Scottish. You all know that probably by now. I've got a lot of Scottish viewers. So let's do this in Scotland. And I've chosen BONNYRIGGFC, who play in the Cinch League 2, the 4th tier of Scottish football. But I've just been reading about them recently, because they're an old club, but they're a tiny club that have kind of had a lot of success recently. I mean, I've read a bit about them here on Wiki as well. But they've not long been there. They've not long been around, and they are tiny, really. I mean, I'll show you some of the pictures I've found from the stadium, and I've got teams around here who play in like the 6th and 7th tier of English football who are twice the size of this club. So I thought it'd be great to use BONNYRIGGFC. They play in red, so I don't have to change the thumbnail too much. And I'm going to put together a team of wonder kids with a few extras, guys I've used in previous videos, and we're going to see how far they can rise and what happens. Will they fall? So here we are on the main page of BONNYRIGGFC. They're semi-professional. The nicknames are the Rose, founded in 1881, so they're pretty bloody old. They play at New Dundas Park. I thought, oh, they've got a brand new little stadium, and then you've seen it, so you know. I don't know how new it is. Capacity of 2,400. Now then, when it came to putting this team together, like I said, I've picked a few good players, like Bellingham's here, Haaland's here, ENDRICK's here, there's a few others, not many. The rest of them, I found a website online of all like the best average rating youngsters, ranging from anywhere from 16 up to 18, 19, 20, with high-end potential ability. I don't even know most of them. I haven't even heard of them. I didn't even come across 99% of them myself on my travels throughout the game this season. But they've all got superb potential. Now, there are a few players still out on loan. I forgot about that. And there's a few players in on loan, actually at the club. That'll all change. But you'll see the rest of the guys are here. Now, I've arranged it by age. Now, I'm not going to go through them all, because there's a squad of 28 I've brought in. Okay? And they're all highly young, talented players with lots and lots of potential. Like, I know who he is. I've had him on a save somewhere along the lines this year. A lot of them, though, I don't. But I don't care. They've all got like minus, I think the minimums are -8 potential. We've got -8.5s, -9s. We've got a -10, of course, in ENDRICK. There he is. Is he going to do better than he did in his own video? We might find out. Like I said, I can't go through them all. It'll take forever. But we have got HAALAND, We've got Jude Bellingham. I've got Jamal in this one as well. Why not? And that's it. That's all I've done to this team. They've put 28 players in. They're all locked in. And they will all join Manchester City on 100 grand a week wages, because I love City that much, at the end of their contracts in 2100. A very long time away, but will we get that far? Well, we'll see how this all develops. We'll see how it turns out, because I expect a rapid rise, and I expect him, because there's a good variation in ages, to hover around and do well. But then will they crash? Or is Scottish football a bit poop? Can they stay at least in the Football League? Can they stay competitive when they've got a team of pensioners? Now then, I've also put the club under a transfer ban, so they'll have youth intakes, won't they? But they won't be able to bring players in and ruin my little experiment, my little bit of fun, because it is just a daft little bit of fun, this video, really, isn't it? Now, one thing I did find out on all through a few tests is if I put the transfer ban to the very end, to 2100, it always got rid of it somehow. I don't know how. It's hard to find out. Maybe a takeover or something, but it always disappeared. I put it on to 2016. It seems to stay in place. So I don't know. The computer, I'm doing my best to break the game, and I've nearly done it a couple of times now, especially in my last one with Jude. It didn't know what the hell was going on with Jude Bellingham, did it? If you've seen that video, if you haven't, check it out. So, you know, the club's going to be under a transfer ban. It's stuck with these oldies. How well will they do? But I just need to show you the facilities page. Like I said, I've not changed anything, nothing else. I'm not giving them any money. I don't know how they're going to cope. They need to get up into that Premier League, compete with Rangers and Celtic, because I imagine they will at some point. Maybe they'll get some Champions League money. But it's just, I love stuff like this. I'd like to say this is easy. Normally I do. I say, oh, these are easy to make. They're a bit of fun. This hasn't been. No. So here we are with the bookies odds, and of course their favourites by a country freaking mile. Highest net transfer spend, 159 million. They've not spent that. I didn't go that into depth with the editor. I could have changed all that. I couldn't be asked. I'll be honest with you. Their transfers from the clubs are supposed to be at, I'm guessing. But that is the Media Dream Team 11, and I'm pretty sure it's all Bonnyrigg Rose players. So let's show you that 11 quickly, starting at the top with Haaland. Answer on a postcard if you can pronounce his second name. Holy crap, it's Andreas. We have Arsene on the right wing, apparently, with Moretti in the middle. Jamal. Imagine he'd have played for England as well. Him and Jude in the middle have been class. And here is Jude. I love this video. It blew my mind. At left back, we've got Nuno Mendes. I've heard of him, actually. You might notice a lot of faces missing. I think I need to sort my face back out next year. Getting a more up-to-date one. At right back, we've got Martin Fernandez, 16 years old. Tanguy Nianzui. That's probably not how you pronounce it, but it sounds cool. I have heard of this lad at centre-half. Scalvini. I've seen him. Definitely seen him before. In goal, we've got Elia Caprelli. Sounds ish. Okay. You know, I'm crap at it. Apparently he's been to Leeds. Was he at Leeds? I don't know. He's 20 years old. So let's do this. I'll jump in at certain points. We'll see things. We'll talk through things. And hopefully you enjoy it. And we're going to jump 20 years into the future, because my 2032 save file, I've been hectic with all this. And I've been playing another save actually as well. And I've been playing Starfield. I've saved it wrong. I've balls that up. So we're jumping 20 years into the future. That was my plan all along, honestly. But we'll get to have a good look at everything. And they are a Premiership team 20 years into the future. So that's really, really positive. They also play at the Bonnyrigg Rose Stadium. So they've built the stadium, 23,500 capacity. So they've obviously had some success. They've got Brian Gilmore as the manager. Jude is the captain. Erling Haaland is the vice captain. And we can see a lot of the names, I'm guessing, have been popping up on favoured personnel lists. But how have they been doing? Well, in that first season, they did pretty well. They won the league, the Kinch League 2, played 36, won 36, only conceded 2 goals. Easy peasy. The next year again, they were champions. Of course they would be. Winning League 1. They lost a game though. Can I see who that's against? Dunfermline. Get in there, Dunfermline. Fair play to you, but they won it by a country mile. Then it was on to the Championship, and again they won it. That's 3 titles back to back. They lost 2. They lost 2. Hamilton and Wraith. That's a bit embarrassing, no offence. Should be losing. Not at this level. Maybe in the Premiership where they're going now. And in their first season, they won the league, but you got to think these guys are getting good now, aren't they? I mean, they lost one game. Who beat them? Hearts! Not a Rangers or a Celtic. Fair play. So while we're here, let's have a look. So they won the league. They lost the league. Rangers. Didn't expect that. Not this early. But then they won. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Or 10 titles. 11, 12. Still going. Oh. Ooh. Second. Is this the start of the slide? Second again. 7th. This is the fall of doom. 10th. And that's where we're at now. Dominated Scottish football at the top for a very long time. A good decade at the top. They won 12 titles, 7 Scottish Cups, 5 League Cups. Wow. Do you know what I was hoping for when they were at the peak of the powers and all in the Scottish League? But, you know, Europa League or something. Don't think it happened. Let's see how the Champions Leagues went. Not great in the first one. I mean, they've got great players. You think they'd do all right. Got to the last 16 there. Last knockout, Inter. Last 16, Bayern. Knockout, Porto. Knockout, Newcastle. Knockout, Atletico Madrid. They're good young players. Maybe, you know, the development, first few years, all that stuff. I know it works. But I just expected, you know, if they ever get to a semi or anything like that. Arsenal, knockout. Porto, last 16. Lyon, knockout. Juventus, last 16. Knockout against Monaco. Knockout against Milan. Knockout against Napoli. Didn't get through the group phase. And that's been it. So this is their best 11 by now. And some of these guys have played a lot of games. Jude Bellingham over 1,000. The keeper over 1,000. HAALAND over 500 goals. I mean, some good players. Very good. But they're all bloody ancient. HAALAND is the oldest at the minute at 41 years old. The rest of them, though, are well into the 30s. The youngest player is ENDRICK, who's 35. We still think they can compete. They're still in the Premiership, but they're going to get older and older. And they've still got that transfer ban. It worked till 2060. But the club did improve. Brand new stadium. The training facilities have got better, which is great. They've got stadium sponsorship. Decent amount of money. Scottish football, which ain't too bad. Manager-wise, Brian Gilmore's pretty new. I'm guessing Robbie Horn resigned. He knew this is it. This is it. I'm retiring with all them league titles and cups. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. 5 promotions. So it must count the one when he got up into League 2, I'm guessing. I don't know. Anyway, look at that domination there. I mean, the fact that they dipped that second season though, bit unexpected because of a great young team in this league. Rangers nicked one, but then they went on that fantastic run, and now it's been back-to-back slow dips, and it's dipping even more and even more. So these are guys who are all locked in. They're all going to join Man City in another 60 years, pretty much. I don't know what this club's going to be like at the end. I don't know. I'm not expecting good things. Now, jump forward 8 years to 2015. It's a specific moment in time because they've just finished 10th in League 2. Jude, he's still the captain. That is a drop-off. And now I know they got old and they're mega old. I mean, 8 years into the future, HAALAND should be, 49 now? So there's got no one in the 50s yet. But I still think they would put out performances and be able to compete a little bit. They hung around for a while, as you can see, until they got relegated from the Premiership. They stayed in the Championship for a season, then got relegated, stayed in League 1 for a season, got relegated. But this time, instant relegation, which means they're going off into the wilderness, which means we're fucked, really, because I didn't download Highland Leagues. You probably can. I don't know why. I didn't expect it. I thought they'd do all right. I thought they would do all right. I thought they might even pop back up at some point. So let's look at some of the lads. You've seen him before in other videos maybe, but HAALAND at 49. Now I know his physicals have gone, but you think with them mentals and still decent technicals, he'd still be doing a job even in the Kinch League 2. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look at Jamal. I mean, still. I mean, we need to have a look at... It's probably just the physicals. Physicals fall off, don't they? Off a cliff. And because everyone in the team's physicals have fallen off a cliff. Who's the youngest player? It's ENDRICK, innit? Where's ENDRICK? Down here. Yeah, everyone's physicals are gone, even though they've still got all that ability. No one's doing the running, are they? That's the trouble. Like in some of these other videos, and some of these guys have got into the 70s, 80s, and even 90s and had a game or two. They've got a team around them, haven't they? They're still just helping, just standing there. But when all 11 players are just stood there, can't move in case they break a hip or the Zimmer frame snaps, they're buggered. I will say, I just noticed, ENDRICK got 51 caps and 13 goals for Brazil playing for Bonnyrigg. In his own video in Gibraltar, he didn't play for Brazil once. Now, after having a manager for 22 years, he had the glory years off, didn't he? He had a team of superstars, and they've had a few. They've had a few managers coming in, going, lots of managers getting sacked as they struggle. They've tasted glory at the top. They can't handle it. But they couldn't do anything about it. They've had players come through their academy, which weren't obviously good enough. They are to be relegated. 18 points as well. I mean, this is the Kinch League 2's Media Dream Team 11. Let's have a look. He's the best striker in the league. All he's got is he's got physicals. No one near a HAALAND level player. But the physicals, team of absolute demics, they're doomed. Now here we are. It's 20th of May 2100. Bonnyrigg obviously playing somewhere lowly. But they've had the transfer ban lifted for the last 40 years, and the Bonnyrigg Stadium's capacity's dropped by 6,000. Christ. Very poor condition, but it's ancient now, isn't it? It's absolutely ancient. It's 70 years old. Crazy. One thing I will say about Scottish football is I simmed the majority of this in one night. I was in bed. That's the difference between that and the other one. 2-3 days nearly to do like 5 seasons, something stupid. But they play in the Lowland leagues, and I don't know if they ever came back. Nope. So when they got relegated there, they're done. They've been a non-league team ever since. But Jude Bellingham's still there. Jude Bellingham has stuck it out like a trooper at 96 years old. Now, from them other videos, you'll know you can lock them a player in and they stay there to the end, as long as the league is a proper league. Soon as they went into that non-league, loads of them retired. Loads of them just disappeared off the face of the earth. Erling Haaland at 99. I bet he's still a baller. Still got it up here. Even though he lives in a retirement home, still got it. All his mentals. Some of the big lads are still here. Jamal's still here. I mean, I know he's got no physicals at 97. Still better than some players on this game I've seen, especially when I was in China or something like that. And talking to China with its crappy goalkeepers. I mean, Jesus. Veteran goalkeeper. He's 98. It should say pensioner. But that was it. I mean, I would have loved the English one, but I'd still be simming it now. I might do it one day if I put a bit of time into it. So we've got to have a look at a few things. Now, in the early days, when things were decent, they got new chairpersons. Sorry, we live in a woke world now. And then, obviously, when it's starting to come towards the end, things have gone tits up for them. Because they've just gone into administration forever and ever and ever and bloody ever. But you know, them last years, sad to see all them relegations, but them years of winning, they dominated, didn't they? I fully expected them to, and they did. They last upgraded the facilities, the youth facilities, in 2046. Times are still good then. And then slowly but surely they've decreased the stadium capacity. Sad times, eh? No one's alive anyway. Would anyone even be alive when they were winning the league? It's that far into the future. Oh, this is their overall best ever team. Now, what I want to do is count up for every player, just some of the key ones, and see how much they played. Does it actually register? I don't know. When they went down into the non-league. Starting with Erling Haaland. There's his career. Obviously never went to Man City. Joined Bonnyrigg apparently for 51 million. Brilliant. Didn't play for years. Then he played in League One. Didn't play. But then when they went into non-league land, look! He had a bit of an Indian summer to his career. He was playing every day. Look at that. All the way up to Last season, he played 24 games and he's 98, 99 years old. Something crazy. Brilliant. This is their all-time player, most appearances ever, the goalkeeper, who conceded 110 goals. His cataracts didn't help last season. But look at this. Holy shit. He had a couple of seasons where he didn't play, but recently they've been that desperate. They've been playing him. I mean, he was a bit hit and miss, wasn't he, in the non-league? He had a lot of years you thought it was over for him. What happened there? What happened there? I mean, he was a legend for years, but how'd you go from all that to this? By the way, we can't check Endrick. He's buggered off, apparently. Can't even look at him. Disappeared. It's that old. Unfortunately. But yeah, look at Jamal. Never stopped. Never stopped. Ever. Look at him. Apart from that last year, but then when they went down, he was a legend. Same with Captain Marvel. Look at that. Look at that. Jude Bellingham. Did he ever have a break in gameage? No, not really. He never stopped. 2,735 appearances. Holy shit. But will he carry that on, the veteran midfielder for Manchester City at 97 years old? All the remaining players have now gone there on 100 grand a week. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. His contract's still 2,103. Now, we're not going to go any further, but I thought we'd have a look at something. Their history. They've only got 11 Premier Leagues because they haven't won the league in years. Oh, I can't wait for the future. I'll be well dead. Look at that. Lots of United, Liverpool, Chelsea. Anyone fun? Look at that domination by Liverpool. What's happened with City? Look at Liverpool there. Holy wowzers. Fair play to you. And Erling Haaland, he's 80 years late. He's finally got to Man City with a does not train. I think I've only ever seen that once. I mean, he's 99 years old. Can't train because of a recurring injury. Basically, he's got 2 false hips, 2 false knees. He's in a wheelchair. He can't see in one eye. He's completely deaf. So he's unfit to train. Oh, brilliant. So there we go. That is it. That is the end of the video. It's not the video I first intended to make, but you know, things don't always work out how you want. That database, holy crap. I mean, try it. Let me know how it works on your computer. But it's bonkers for like just zapping the freaking life out of your computer, whatever it is, however good it is. But a lot of work's going into that. But I enjoyed it. It's a bit of fun. Things don't always work out how you want, but it's still good to see. Totally daft. I do get that. But I hope you enjoyed it enough to smash a thumbs up or even subscribe. I mean, I do make better content than this, so hopefully you will. Hit that notification bell as well. I might have a story or two coming out pretty soon, but it was my birthday weekend, as most of you may know, and a bit of a break, but not from Football Manager. I haven't played actual Football Manager in weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. I've been making videos like this and I've been doing all my stories, so I've started a little let's play. I'm going to do a few seasons, a few episodes of that. That could be out tomorrow, it could be out the day after. Season 1 of that series with Real Oviedo. Very excited. It's been fun. A bit different, actually. Doing things a bit differently in this one. But anyway, thank you as always for watching. Your view is the most important thing. I appreciate all your support. I hope you're happy. Hope you're safe. And I hope to see you again. Like I always say, I've started to say, don't go missing. Please. Because I'll miss you. Genuinely. From the bottom of my heart, I'm booed. Bye-bye.